Sally Adams, who authored this chapter in the Hicks textbook, provides us with a few guidelines to writing features. First, features, and really any journalistic writing, should involve the reader. News writing for daily or weekly newspapers are rather generic, including news that would interest the paper subscribers. Since most newspaper coverage is based on a geographic region, the subscribers could include multiple demographics and a variety of age ranges, races and ethnicities, and income and education levels. Features, on the other hand, can appear in magazines and other specialty publications that have a much more targeted demographic. A feature on sexually transmitted infections for 17 magazine, for example, would look much different than one on the same topic for Ebony or Good Housekeeping or AARP, the magazine. Features need to be accurate. Just like any other piece of journalistic writing, a feature story needs to be well written, well researched, well sourced, fair, balanced, and most importantly, factually accurate. Again, like any other story, a feature story must have a grabbing lead. We'll talk more about feature leads in a few minutes. Features must also be readable. Jenny Orlos from the blog Designed by Words recommends using precise but simple words and avoiding jargon. Break down your information into readable chunks and use analogies and illustrative examples. Features should follow the brief. This means the writer should follow the instructions given by the editor. This includes the deadline, that's the date and time the story is due, the word length, the angle of the story, questions to answer, and other information the editor wants to be included or excluded from the story. And finally, features must have substance. They must be worth reading, or else they won't be. Adams also offers 4 questions feature writers should ask about their stories. Did I read it to the end? Was it smoothly written, taking me effortlessly from point A to point Z? If I did read it to the end, was I convinced by what I read? Was it accurate and authoritative? If I was convinced, did I care? Was it relevant? Did I feel involved? Now, if I cared, am I going to do anything about it? Cut it out and keep the feature? Show it to my friends? Write to the editor? Follow the expert advice? Learn from the example? Put those suggestions into practice? Now, when writing a story, think like a reader. When it is your job to tell stories, you want to tell them in the best way possible to appeal to your readers. Now, what stories do you read to the end? What stories do you share with friends on social media? These are the stories that you are going to try to write here.